Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Akilah Binti Mohd Bashari. My matrix number is 202917.
My name is Yasmin Nurdiana Binti Rasid. My matric number is 203-894.
My name is Nur Fitri Binti Azman. My matric number is 203180.
My name is Syakirah binti Mohlis. My matric number is 202529.
For today's discussion, we have chosen one topic, which is topic 1. The question is, if I ask you to choose your mom or your dad is more important in your life, you can decide, right? So, same goes with hollow cathode lamp or atomizer in AAS. Who's more important in AAS life?
Alright, so first of all, we need to know what is atomic absorption spectroscopy. So, atomic absorption spectroscopy dia macam AAS yang kita selalu dengar. AAS is the process which tests the concentration of gas phase atom within a given sample. Yang concentration ni, concentration kat atoms ni determined by testing the amount of light absorbed by the free ion within the sample. So by exposing a sample to light at a specific wavelength and tracking how much of that light is absorbed by the sample, scientists kita tak dapat lagi able to determine an element present with a sample, but also that element concentration. So atomic absorption spectroscopy ni dia boleh detect roughly 70 different elements and can be utilized in both solid and liquid sample. Though the experimentation of solid sample does require additional processes, atomic absorption spectroscopy ni utilized across many industry and instrumental in the detection of metal within a sample. So macam proses ni commonly dekat pharmacology, dekat archaeology, manufacturing, mining dengan forensik.
Okay, thank you Tasha. And AAS ni consists of 5 basic functional parts. A light source, which is usually a HCL, we know as a hollow cathode lamp. An atomizer section for atomizing the sample, which could be a flame or an electrothermal or a cold vapor or hydride generation system. A monochromator for selecting the analysis wavelength for the target element, a detector for measuring the amount of light absorbed, and a recorder for recording the output from the detector. So from our question, which one is important to AAS? So for me, flame atomic absorption is a very common technique for detecting metal and metalloids in environmental sample. It is a very reliable and simple to use. Okay, with the flame AA, the sample atomization occurs when a liquid sample is drawn into a flame. The flame serves as a sample holder as the light passes through the atoms and flame simultaneously, and the option is calculated. So we know that the flame atomization is where the heat allows atomization to occur. When the sample reaches the sample, 3 more steps occur: dissolution, volatilization, and dissociation. So during the process, electron can also be formed when the atomic gas is ionized. Okay, next.
As for me, I think hollow cathode lamp or HCL is more important because it is the source of absorption atomic spectroscopy in the form of light. And this HCL is to produce electromagnetic radiation and is a place of emission in electromagnetic radiation produced. Without this atomization, absorption will be no produced. And this HCL is coated by certain metal, depends on elements to study. And also, HCl is negatively charged. It uses inert gas that allowing the process of producing electromagnetic radiation. And also, this AAS needs this HCl for the excitation to occur.
Right. Syakirah have said the flame atomizer. Actually, atomizer ada dua, which is flame and electrothermal atomizer. So saya akan terangkan apa electrothermal atomizer ni. So electrothermal atomizer ni sometimes refer as graphite furnace atomizer sebab dia utilize a graphite tube to a heat sample rather than a flame, sebab macam Syakirah tadi dia guna flame kan. So unlike flame atomization which transform the sample solution into an aerosol and mix it with a flame gases, teknik electrothermal atomizer ni dia allows liquid, solid and gaseous samples to be analysed directly. So electrothermal atomizer ni dia sometimes orang guna ETAS or GFAS sebab dia boleh guna sebagai electrothermal ataupun graphite kan tadi. So dia deliver signal in discontinuous mode. By contrast, flame atomizer deliver signal in a continuous fashion kan. So kalau electrothermal atomizer dia discontinuous mode. So electrothermal atomizer juga dia minimize interference problem and can determine a wide variety of elements for most matrices. Okay, that's all for electrothermal atomizer. Do you have anything to add?
I think that I more agree with Akilah because as you guys know that at hollow cathode lamp it has 4 reactions, right? First is the ionization of the filler gas, which is argon. Argon means that the argon will release electron to produce the AR+. And then the argon, which is positive charge, will attach to the metal and cathode, which is cathode have negative charge. So it will the reaction of sputtering of cation atoms. Means that the metal is in solid form. When we bombard by the argon plus, it will form metal which is a gaseous form. And then when the bombard of the argon plus is continuous, so the metal atoms will be excited. This is excitation of the metal atoms. It means that the metal is in excitation state. So when the metal is in excited state, it will emit light, which is in the form of the electrons. So the light radiation that will emit by the metal will be absorbed by the atom, and then to produce the peaks, right? And then for the as you guys know that they have, at the instrumentation of the AAS, it also have monochromator, which is the wavelength selector. So but the hollow cathode lamp, which is coated with the metal that is similar with the analyte, so means that the wavelength is already selected more in the hollow cathode lamp. Means that they have the same element, so means that the wavelength is already selected. So means that bila dekat monochromator tu, wavelength yang dia select tu lagi spesifik, maksudnya lagi accurate lah dia punya wavelength yang dia absorb by the atom tu, sebab the metal dekat HCl tu dah sama dengan metal of the analyte tu. So means that kalau ada hollow cathode lamp tu, so kita punya result tu macam lebih accurate lah. That's one of the benefit of the HCl. Does you have anything to add?
I think I have one. Okay. For flame atomic absorption, I forgot to mention that it's used for determine the concentration of metals and it can be applied in environmental analysis. So it can also be used to detect if there is a trace metal present in food. For advantages of the flame atomic absorption is it does not suffer from spectral interference, which occurs in flame emission spectroscopy. Other than that, by atomic absorption technique, traces of one element can easily be determined in presence of high concentration of other elements. The principal advantages of flame atomization is the reproducibility with which the sample is introduced into the spectrophotometer. So, in flame atomization is most reproducible of all the liquid sample introductions, and it can be less rapid. I think more rapid than electrothermal atomization. So how about you, Tasha?
I think for the advantages of the electrothermal analysis, they provide enhanced sensitivity sebab sample dia atomize quickly and have a longer residence time. Macam maksud dia sample ni boleh analyze at once. Lepas tu, this method electrothermal atomizer ni juga dia boleh use for quantitative determination based on signal, peak height and area. Yang method juga dia boleh offer the advantages of dia sebab dia guna smaller sample size and reduce spectral interference sebab high temperature of the graphite furnace tu. Tu je dari saya. Tu je advantages dia. Ada siapa nak tambah lagi tak?
Yasmin, do you have anything to add? If not, I will conclude all.
Yeah, I think we can continue with the conclusion.
Okay, after hearing you guys' explanation about the Yasmin agree with me, HCL is more important. But for Syakirah and Atasha, I guess you guys are supporting the explanation for atomization is more important. But after hearing you guys' explanation, I can see that both of hollow cathode lamp and atomization is important for this AAS, in this AAS 5. It has the same
importance. Both of them have different function, right, in the AAS.
Yes, and have their own disadvantage and advantages. I think that's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.